price of Bitcoin today will seem like a steal in a year from now. So let's remember 61K and we'll regroup 1 year from now today. Bitcoin gurus. Now, before I do this little spiel about this topic, I want to make sure that this is not aimed at anyone. This is not aimed at any Bitcoiner, YouTuber, anyone like that. This is just my own experience when it comes to trading. And what led me to this is that I've had recently, and it's been amping up. I would get them every now and then, DMs. Hey, do you have a course? Can we do private this? I'll buy it. I'll pay for it, et cetera, et cetera. And obviously I don't. And there's a bunch of reasons why. And you guys know that my advice is to not trade, right? I've said that about as much as I possibly can, because there is a bunch of reasons why I don't even myself actively trade. Now, I'm active investor, but I don't actively trade anymore. And there's a bunch of reasons. I'll try to get to them. But first off, because I always say that in order to be a trader, you need to be a pro trader, right? And what I mean by pro trader is that I always use the Wayne Gretzky example. Michael Saylor, good morning. So you make the NHL. Wow, I'm unbelievable, right? You're not a pro. You are, but hold out for this metaphor. I'm a fourth string defenseman. Okay, not a pro. I'm a third stringer. I come out in penalties. Not a pro. I'm a second stringer. I'm pretty good. I'm part of the team that wins. Not a pro. I'm a first stringer. I'm the captain of the team. I'm basically one of the best players. But you're not the pro. The pro is Wayne Gretzky. And there's maybe one or two on each team that is the pro. And this is a metaphor for trading, because not only do they know absolutely everything about, let's say, technical analysis, but they're so immersed in the fundamentals and the geopolitics of the world and the banking system that they're on the inside. They're literally insiders. So they don't get blindsided by fundamentals coming out. They know exactly what Jerry, Old Scotch on the Rocks, Booze Breath, Jerry Pow is going to say. That's why they're a pro. And now, if you're ever sitting there wondering, I wonder what Jerry Pow is going to say, that is the indicator that you're not a pro. And can you get there? I don't know anymore. I'm not really sure, because back in my day, and this is 12 years ago, 15 years ago, when I would Skype the 5-minute chart, the Euro-US currency pair, there wasn't gurus out there like on YouTube. You couldn't find people actively giving advice on trading. You had to be members of forums and members of certain groups that they were all paid like $150 membership to be in this one forum, and you got that person's trades setups, right? And if you took them, well, you might do well, but if you were just to follow other traders' tips and trades, you would basically wouldn't learn anything. It's basically having a chauffeur driving you around. You're getting to the places maybe, but you're ultimately subject to his driving skills. And now the second reason is that it took me so much money, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of losses to actually dull the edges to the point where I, first off, wasn't losing all the time. Because make no mistake, you're going to lose a lot of money learning how to trade. It's how you learn. How else would you learn how to trade it unless you made tons of losses, right? So for if I were to, let's say, give a course or which I wouldn't, you'll know I've been corrupted if all of a sudden it's like, get the pianomattyb trading course. You'll know something has happened, which I never would. Welcome everyone on Rumble. 28 viewers on Rumble. That's a big day for Rumble. That's the biggest day so far. Look at that. 28 on Rumble, 55 on YouTube. You know, many people say that they don't get the notifications for this YouTube channel. It's really weird, because you wouldn't think that, who cares about Bitcoin? You think YouTube would have any type of suppression, or ultimately try not to give notifications. It's probably some dumb code that is just basically obsolete. I don't think they're suppressing. I just think the people don't really care about Bitcoin anymore while the prices are down here. Anyway, so back to how much money it costs to figure out how to not lose. And now you could essentially do copy trades, and to a certain degree, you would probably do as well or as poorly as whoever you were copying. Ultimately, your career would end when that person stopped sharing those copy trades. And now, here's the sticky part. I'm not saying that anyone does this. I'm not accusing anyone of doing this. But I just know in my experience, almost on the daily basis, not a daily basis, let's call it a weekly basis. It's amping up now as we slowly increase, even though the sentiment's below zero for the Bitcoin community. On a weekly basis, I get offers for sponsorships on exchanges to trade. And in lieu, they will set me up with a trading account. Now, it's real money, but it's not my money, right? So it's not a dummy account, so to speak. Like when you can set yourself up with the dummy account. 34 on Rumble. I like that. Rumble. That's good growth on Rumble. You can set yourself up with a dummy account, which is the best thing you can do, and do it for like a cycle, a full cycle. Oh, pianomattyb, that's too long. And we'll get to the aspect of too long, that concept of too long in trading. But they will. So let's see if you see a decal on my piano, because that's what I offer these people. I have this one sheet. If you want me to put your logo on my piano, that's all I'm doing. I don't want to do any talking. I don't want to do any active promotion on anything. But they will set me up with an account and put money in it. So that's not real. That's still a dummy account. So if I lose it, I don't know. I've never gotten past that conversation. What do you just keep filling it up, or do you just give me $5,000 to play with and make sure you make these videos? I don't know. I don't take them. But so I'm not saying that other people do this. I'm just saying that this is an opportunity that's been given to me. But of course, I wouldn't do that. So always think about that. Are people playing with their own money? Because until you're dummy trading, which is good. It's good to have a dummy account, but it's not good to, I don't know, project like if I were to do that, everyone would think that I am trading in my actual account, because it wouldn't say, it would say an actual account with real money, because it is real money. However, it's not my real money. So a loss is not a loss. And until you're dealing with your own losses, you are not learning. So back to the long timer. Well, for a cycle, dummy trade on a cycle for Squeaky McGee. I'm a dummy, so my account follows suit. Yeah, it's hilarious. When it comes to it's too long. The dummy trade for a whole cycle, that's too long. I want to make money now. That right there is a signal you're not a pro trader, because so in order, the 10,000 hour rule, that's true in trading, but now add $100,000 in potential losses while you're getting to 10,000 hours. It's the type of thing where you're not going to learn until you lose, right? And so if I were to offer something, even, like trade setups, and then let's say that trade went well, and people use that trade setup, or let's just go farther than that. If I offered a course, knowing that the reason I got to where I sit now in the charts is by losing, I would actually be setting people up to follow in my exact footsteps of losing money. And the last thing I want anyone to do is lose money trading, because it can ruin, it can ruin your family, it can ruin your marriage. There's no end to the carnage that can happen if you blow out your your nest egg or what have you. And when I was doing it, I didn't have a family. I could blow it out. I didn't really care. I had a decent little nut to work with. And even the guru that I wanted to teach me how to trade, 40 on Rumble. I like that. Rumble's really making some good moves here. It's over half of YouTube. YouTube's just been stinking lately, just stinking. Anyway, the guru that I wanted to learn from and asked all the time, he'd say, well, when you lose enough money, come see me. And I never knew what that meant. Like, well, I'm not going to lose money. Why would I see if you're not going to ask, if you're not going to help me when I'm losing money, or are you going to help me when I'm making money? And the answer is yes. Because as soon as I mitigated the loss down, and it took years, he was surprised to hear from me that I was even doing it. And in fact, this guru ended up in jail. He wasn't a guru. He was just my guru, because what he started to do was take people's money. So he would, instead of, teaching people how to trade, he'd say, well, just you invest in my business. I think it was called Titan or something like that. And your money's better off with me. It's just like a copy trade anyway. It was a Ponzi scheme. Thank God I was on my own at that time. Had I been a little more older and a little more needy of the money to return in a positive situation, I might have put that money with him too. But I was too young and too naive, and I guess to a certain degree that naivety saved me from that guy. Not luckily he's in jail. I think he's in Calgary or whatever. So with the short and long time, 4 hours is too long for me to wait to make money as a trader. Okay, well, right there, you're almost done before you started. Because what is a successful investor? Someone with a low time horizon. So like my time horizon now is 2028, is the next bull run. So I'm mentally and emotionally prepared to sit through this bull run. If it goes up, great. What do I think it's going to go up? Of course I do. Is it going to come down again to a certain degree? Yeah, of course, just like it always has. But my time horizon is 2028. So that's why I care not for bulls nor bears, despite what's happening. Is it boring? Is it the most boring sentiment you've ever felt? Yeah, probably. I think it is for me anyway. I almost enjoyed it more in the bear market. There's more carnage, more blood on the streets, more things to talk about. Now there's absolutely nothing to talk about because the price is stagnant. It's basically where we were yesterday. We'll take a look at some charts in 1 second. I just want to reiterate the low and high time horizon when it comes to investors. So what is a trader? That's someone with a high time preference, high time horizon. So where do they see their money being made? Immediately. So they're not really investing. They're trading. It's high stakes gambling, really. So what do they want to do? They want to take $10,000 and they want to double it right away. Who doesn't? That would be an unbelievable investing strategy. Take 10 grand, double it. Now it's 20, double it. That would be great, but that is a high time horizon. Now, do I think the money I've invested in Bitcoin will double by 2028? Hell yeah. And how's it going to do that? By sitting there and doing nothing. Now, some of the lessons I learned when it came to trading over investing was the harshest realization that I had to come to, which was, are you telling me that, so a pro trader, I always say, is 57% successful. So of 100 trades, 57 of them are going his way, 43 of them are going against them. Now, the reason why 57 is super successful might sound, well, it's only 7% over 50-50. It's because their losses are mitigated. So they have their strategy in place that when it does go sideways on them, they're not losing their shirts. So that's why 57% is enough for pro traders to live a normal life and succeed pretty well. But, I mean, how many Wayne Gretzky's are there? I guess one, right? So that is my long and short about why I don't ever promote any trading strategies because I don't. My trading strategy is a low time horizon and investing and hodling. That's it. That's what I try to get across. Now, I mean, someone could just copy my setups probably on a day-to-day basis, because how many of these videos do I do that say, we talked about this, right? That is only seeing 10,000 charts and being able to put them into perspective and not having a bias. Let's say I was in a long. Well, once you're in a long, you now have a crazy bias. You're in a short, you have an absolutely crazy bias. So now you're looking for more things to reinforce your trade setup, which may or may not be there. Now, there are some traders out there that are on YouTube, and I would assume that they are successful because I believe everything. And if they are successful, that's amazing. And if you can become successful following them, I think that's great too. However, I just don't suggest it, because back to the time horizons, if you're antsy for a 1x, for a 10x, for whatever, it's not the best place to start from. And if you talk to, like, who are the gurus that you watch that aren't trading? They're older. They're in their 50s and they're in their 60s, and I guarantee they lost a shit ton of money before they became head of this, head of that, head of this. And then at this point now, they're also gurus because a lot of the money they're playing with is other people's money. So to make a margin off a bigger number is a lot easier than having to double a 10 to 20K. Anyway, I hope that gives you enough motivation to become a long-time Bitcoin hodler, low horizon, wait for a cycle, and be in it for the long haul. Because I can almost guarantee if you're not in it for the long haul, you'll eventually lose, because you will get antsy. Like, think about how antsy everyone is right now. I'm antsy. I can barely look at the charts. I don't even look. I have a YouTube studio, which gives you metrics. I don't even look at it anymore because it affects my day. Because it's basically a representation of the Bitcoin price, and to a certain degree, viewership, sentiment, video views. That is really the greatest metric I find of where price is going. And I don't even look at it anymore. I can't. I just get on with my day, try to do something productive, keep my mindset in 2028 at least. And here's the unfortunate part about that mindset, is that it's always 4 years out. So once 2028 comes, I will also again be 4 years out. It'll be 2022. Here's the crazy thing. This is how fast time goes by. Someone was, Duke had jiu-jitsu yesterday, and someone said their son was 13 and he's going into high school. I'm like, oh, that's crazy, right? So now guess what? When Duke is 13, guess when that'll be? That'll be 2028. That will be the next bull run in the heat of it. We'll probably be where the same place we are right now, doing nothing, but the price is, who knows how high the price is, but we'll all be complaining. Let's say it's $650,000 and we're basically going sideways. We'll still all be complaining, saying how boring Bitcoin is, even though it's at 650. That's just the way these time horizons go. Once I'm 2028, I'll take a snapshot of where we are and I'll move it out 4 years. And that's the way you basically keep sane in this insane market. Although right now it's basically the world's greatest stablecoin. Let's take a look at these charts, see where we've gone from yesterday to tomorrow. Come on, how many times do I got to push this? Come on. That's 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. There we go. Oh, it only took 5 times, and this is a souped up Mac. I guess not anymore. It's an M1. Oh, how can you even function on an M1? I have a story about this M1 I got, but maybe I'll save it for another time. We did this. This is that potential bear flag that we want to break out of, or else she may come into play. Where? 54.3. Egads, that's That's not pretty. 54.3. Can you imagine that? There'd be some great buy opportunities at 54.3, ones that may never come around. Now, to a certain degree, I do believe that some of the sentiment could push the price down that fast because people are, it's like, oh, either go up or get out, right? Whoa, some door just shut. I wonder if Duca. Whoa, hey, buddy, you're already here. Can you come back in 3 minutes? Come back in 3 minutes? I know, I'm just going to run through some charts here because I've been going off about trading for, thanks, buddy. 3 minutes, sharp. And you can see that we wicked over it, but we never hit our target. Look at, we wicked right to our target, 62.4. That was our target, but it's just a wick. It's basically a mercy wick that got rejected immediately, and we're back in this bear flag. That's not a good thing. That's just a sign of continued weakness. Yeah, so we got the 20 moving average that's giving us the headwinds now. We got to get over that. We haven't been over the, look at this, like when we really look about, we've been under, what am I doing here? We've been under this 20 moving average since this, you can't see this. There we go. Almost since we hit our peak. Immediately we've been going and getting rejected underneath this 20 moving average. So what is a good signal for us to know that we are officially legging up is when we get over this 20 moving average. If we get over that, so say how long this is. This was, where is that? I can't see it. It's too low. My piano's in the way. It's been a long time since we've been under the 20 moving average. We need to get over that. And even once we get over that, we're still in this channel of descensions resistance. So that's, double word bearish score going on that 4-hour chart, the noisy little so-and-so. I noticed that it's hard for me to read the comments now because my Google Chrome is screwed up. I have to pop the chat out and it's much smaller. So I don't get to see them. So I'm sorry if I miss any questions or funny comments. Part of why I do this is I enjoy the comments when I'm doing these live streams, and to not be able to see them, I don't know, it's a little disappointing for me. So maybe I'll try to work on that. But for some reason, Google's changed. I've been complaining about Chrome for a long time. I have to 3-finger salute it every time it opens up. And I've restarted the computer. I've done all that stuff. 40 people on Rumble, 90 on YouTube, 20 on Twitter or X, aka where I get all my news from. And I have to say, Twitter is a wild animal these days. It's really changing. I feel like this is my theory on X. All the governors that they can put on an algorithm that will sway the algorithm into a certain way. It's like, well, if they're going here, let's not show anymore. So they go back this way, kind of like YouTube or Facebook, how they can basically take you into areas that you're not really interested in. And then I have to say, well, now I feel like the algorithm is showing things I've never seen before on X. It's like, let me know if you've noticed a change in your X algorithm. Is it showing you things that you've never really seen before, and the things that you're seeing that you've never seen before, it's plentiful. So it's basically my feed is a bunch of things. And then I got to ask myself, is this actually what I want to see, or has the algorithm now nudging me in that direction? Because if this is the things I want to see, well, something might be wrong with me. So anyway, switch to Edge, Suchak says over on Rumble. It's better than Chrome now. Okay, I'll try. I don't even know what Edge is. I'll take a look. See, the problem is I have to have, in order to do these charts, I have to screen share. What is this? Blaze. What is it? Blaze? Kind of. Let me see what it is. What is this? I can't see. It's locked in. Blaze or Braze or whatever the hell this is. And so if I open up another one, the screen capture will take that. So I need different platforms in order to get this. And then you don't need to know this. Derek Porter, the algo was a big push behind Huck to. Yeah, no doubt. Like That was the one of the biggest pushes I've seen in a long time. And to a certain degree, if we go with the algorithm's always right, maybe everyone loved it so much that it was nonstop. People, oh, look at that sweet reverb. Oh, Terry Crow says he uses Brave's browser, which is Chrome in disguise. Well, the difference between Brave, that's what it is. Brave and Chrome is that Brave works and Chrome doesn't anymore for me. Can you put your... Why is this always a struggle? Pook. Okay.
Did you call me Pook?
No, I said Duke. Wick. He's like, Duke's a scallywag. Are you a scallywag, Duke? No way. All right, well, what are we going to play for... what are we going to play for the good folks today? What have you been... Oh, I know.
No,
you know what I've been really liking?
Stand the piano.
Oh, turn it. I'll do it. Don't Duke. There's so many buttons here that like you could almost hit the history erase button. Okay, let's do I like the way you're doing one these days. It's sounding real nice. Let's do one.
One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. Two can be as bad as one, since the loneliest number is number one. No is the saddest experience you'll ever know. Yes, it's the saddest experience you'll ever know. 'Cause one is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. One is the loneliest number, even worse than two.
Itchy ankle.
It's just no good anymore since you went away. Well, I spend my time making rhymes of yesterday. One is the loneliest number. One is the loneliest number. One is the loneliest number that you ever do.
Wow, that was great, Duke. Good singing. Unbelievable pitch. Well, should we do a Jimmy intro while you read out the viewers? Let's try that. You did it so well yesterday. Might as well.
Welcome to the Jimmy on a Friday night with a pig, Manitoba. Sunny St. James, my name is Patrick B, and this is your handsome and charismatic pianomattyb. We're gonna be playing all your favorite requests tonight. We're gonna make them sound real proper like. You too, for tuning in, you always keep the party pumping when requests keep thin. I see Yogi Ferguson and Misco and Evan Hawaiian. Hi, Sam Pfeffer. I've only see one of my requests is get one of these request cards in a pen. But when you're bringing the request cards up, we have one simple ask. Don't put them in the tip jar. That's reserved for cool podcast. 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 That's reserved for cool. You got the picture. That's reserved for cool hard cash. Grab yourself a drink or two or three or four or five or heaven's to Murgatroyd. Have a good time. Have a good time. Have a good time. Won't you have a good time?
All right. Good job, buddy. Sing us out.
We're playing the same game as our psychopathic collected our lead. That's why it's a long game. So zoom out, long game. So zoom out and have a fantastic day.
See you later, Duke. Hey, thanks for singing us out, buddy. I'll just get the reverb on your way out there. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the shares. Thank you for tuning in on all platforms. Rumble, YouTube, and X. Much appreciated. We'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully we get a little bit of price movement so we can make some, some old-fashioned video production videos.
Make sure you like and subscribe.